So today I've got Karl, the founder of Searcharoo. Backlink Rejuvenation Packs. Absolutely amazing topics to talk about. A lot of people ask me the questions about this. So can you explain to people that aren't certain about what is a Backlink Rejuvenation Pack?
Yeah, so, we got heavily involved with Rick Lomas and sort of took over his whole disavow service and doing a lot of recoveries and manual penalty actions and things for sites. And what was evidently clear was there was not so although we were removing links and toxic links, there was no process in place for, okay, well, you've just removed 30-40% of a website, sometimes more of a website's profile. They need more links. So the Backlink Rejuvenation Pack is simply, we're building non-toxic links that have a bit of trust, bit of power at the website to help bring that toxic ratio down.
So when you say you're building non-toxic links, every link has got some degree of some toxicity. Yeah. So when you're checking to say that it's not toxic, I'm presuming you're running that against their backlink profile because you've managed to run a simulator to see what their toxicity threshold is. Let me guess. I'm trying to presume that you're trying to bring the toxicity score below the threshold, but you're trying to keep hold of some powerful links within the disavow. But to keep hold of them links in your backlink profile because they're giving some sort of power and trust through to the site, even though they have some toxicity. Once the disavow has been done, the link rejuvenation pack will then kind of give a bit more of the average of the links that are coming down. There will be the lower toxicity with some power, some trust. How many link rejuvenation packs do I need to buy from you?
We would almost say infinite. Reality is once you start doing link building and you should only really want to build non-toxic links within the threshold. So there are examples where we would build a toxic link, but it would be because we've lowered the threshold of your site so it can handle that toxicity.
So why would you ever build a toxic link? Is it because it might have some power and some trust? Is it giving enough power and trust for you to say, do you know what? I'm happy to have this some sort of toxicity as long as it's got this level of power and this level of trust.
Yeah, so it's all based off like link neighborhoods and the amount of links that you have coming through to it, and the keywords that it's ranking for can heavily affect the toxicity that it's given. So we try to make sure that if we are building a toxic link, it's going to be on a decent website that has a high level of power, a high level of trust, and it can potentially move the needle, provided your ratios don't become out of whack.
I'm presuming then the link rejuvenation pack is a managed link building campaign because it'll need to be, because if you've gone and removed, let's say 350 referring domains coming through to your site, that's going to skew all of the anchor text ratios and stuff like that. So I'm presuming that when you're looking to do the managed link building campaign of a link rejuvenation pack, you'll be choosing the anchors that you think is specifically needed against that site with regards to the anchor text profile.
Yeah, so we would analyse, what's been disavowed, what does that anchor text ratio now look like, and what can we get away with utilising. So
is it ridiculously expensive? Is it? Do you think it's competitive on price? Like, obviously, moving forward, why don't I just go, I just want to buy link rejuvenation packs. They've got power, they've got trust, low toxicity. Like, where does this stop? Like, why do you only sell these packs? Or is it because the industry aren't educated with regards to toxicity, so you still sell the guest posts and the other services, but this is knowing it's a clean kind of link building campaign?
So I would say the main reason for it is everyone has their own opinion when it comes to SEO, as we can probably both attest to. So obviously we offer a whole service from various different areas. But when it comes to the backlink rejuvenation, primarily we would need to do a disavow service first to give you the most accuracy. We can run a link simulator before we do a disavow, but it's only simulating, the actual profile of the site and not necessarily against your website's profile. Once we've got a disavow in place, it will then simulate against your website's profile.
So when you've been talking about backlink rejuvenation packs, this link simulator, that's using Ahrefs data, SEMrush data, Majestic data, and link research tools data, combining all that information together for you then to determine the trust, the power, and the toxicity moving forward in a backlink campaign. Is there any other link vendors that you know of that are doing this and looking at a link simulation against a backlink profile?
None.
So there could be certain other agencies that are out there that are building links that could actually be harming people's backlink profile.
They might be using, say, SEMrush and their toxicity score, but I know Ahrefs does not have a toxicity score or ratio, and that seems to be one of the biggest industry standard tools. Obviously, they might also be using Majestic, but again, it's only really giving you the TF and CF scores. It's not really giving you an accurate spam score. So you almost need like a collaboration of all these tools, as well as, Google, we have to plug into the Search Console to pull out links out of that.
Yeah.
Plug into Bing Webmaster Tools, pull out links out of that. You've got I think around 27 sources that we pull from.
Right.
So often, people say, oh, well, my website only has 5,000 RDs to it, and we load it up in our tools and go, actually, no, you've got about 25,000 RDs.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like, does local SEO need to worry about this? Do you find out? Do you feel like Google do a good job with regards to ignoring some sort of backlinks? So prior to going into a disavow, majority of sites don't actually need a disavow. They're good at ignoring a lot of spammy type of links. And if I don't need the disavow, would you ever, if you feel like you've acquired some and you feel I don't need a disavow, just say, well, do you know what? I'm not going to go ahead with a disavow, but I am actually going to buy a link rejuvenation pack, even though I've not had a disavow.
Yeah, so obviously we would then try and build non-toxic links, but not simulate against the domain. So regardless, it would still bring down your toxic ratio.
Right, okay, that's great. So with regards to, in summary, to the backlink rejuvenation packs, commonly you need to be doing it after a disavow. If you've had a disavow on your site, you've removed quite a lot of power, some trust. Yes, you've brought down your toxicity threshold as well, but the way that Backlink Dots is doing the disavows is they're trying to keep every single link that has some sort of power and some sort of trust going through to your website, which means that your link profile is still going to have a degree of toxicity still, but it's under the toxicity threshold of running against your competition. So moving forward, in an ideal world, what you want to be doing is after a disavow, you want to be looking to have a backlink rejuvenation pack, which then can turn around, bring your toxicity score down even further with more powerful and more trusted links. So yes, it should be used after disavows, but also if someone's uncertain whether they feel they've got a degree of toxicity in the backlink profile, you can also be purchasing these backlink rejuvenation packs if you just want low toxicity, high trust, and high powered backlinks going through to your profile.